Hey guys, Luke here, and welcome back for Season 2 of my James Hart Rugby League Live 3 Be a Pro career mode. Now in this episode, just going to recap quickly what happened in the last season. So obviously, if you haven't seen it, go back and check it out. It was a pretty eventful season, I think. In terms of team performances, we weren't that great, but individual performances, we were pretty good. And as you can see here, we did sign a contract with the Bulldogs, an NRL contract just for 1 year. See how we go, and obviously, it's a little bit dangerous. I mean, injuries could happen, but I'm sort of thinking if we get an injury, maybe we can just drop down to a lower league and try and build our way back up. But it is quite risky because, I mean, like I said, anything can happen. You could break a leg and, career over. But we've got to back ourselves here, and hopefully it all works out for the best. Now, I thought we would have had a good chance of maybe playing the Nines, but obviously it, didn't happen. And the Bulldogs actually did quite good in the Nines, but it would have been interesting. I've never played a Be a Pro in the Nines, so that would have been quite interesting. But you can see here, NRL round 2 lineups, we were selected at fullback, which I thought was quite strange considering they did sign Clinton Gutherson from Manly, who was 84 rated, so significantly better than us. But you can see here, after that little drill that we just did, we ended up increasing to a 74 rated there. And we are getting picked to play fullback against the Knights in a trial game. So obviously it's not first grade, but it's not like a proper NRL game, but it is a good indication of where we're at. And I do have to say, Knights probably would have been a good side we could have went to, and probably had a good crack at it. But looks like Bulldogs got a bit of faith in us, and I suppose because we came through the grades and that sort of stuff, there might be a little bit more favouritism there. We'll have to say though, it is a little bit strange for the 74 rated player to be getting picked over an 84 rated player in Gutherson and an 80 rated player in Corey Thompson as well. But, I'm not going to say no to it. We are getting chucked in the deep end, so that could, there's only two possible endings from that. Either we swim very easily, or we get absolutely destroyed. And I'm really hoping we can sort of hang with the guys in first grade. But it is going to be very interesting. Obviously, our first game, and it is on legendary difficulty. So I'm not really sure. I wasn't really sure at the time. Obviously, I know now what it's like, but I wasn't sure what sort of things are going to be able to, translate over from the lower leagues, and what will sort of work and stick for us. Obviously, I'm talking about things like in the under 20s, you could just run and palm off the first few players, or you had enough speed to beat everybody. And I will have to say, I found out pretty quickly that stuff doesn't really cut it. In the first grade game. And we already struggled with defence big time in under 20s. You can see here, we've actually started off alright in one-on-one tackling, that sort of stuff. Right there, I wouldn't put that try down to us. We were in good position. They threw a pass, then they threw another pass when we went across there, but that was pretty poor defence overall. But you're going to see here, I don't know if it's Gagai or Matadi, I think it was, just absolutely pancakes. It's just there, flattens us. It looked like Jared Hayne on that NFL dude. I don't know what his name is because I don't know NFL players, but yeah, we just got absolutely destroyed. So we've got to be careful. We've got to watch ourselves going for those low tackles. And I am aware that you can go for that double tap triangle, but I don't know. I kind of feel like, it's sort of cheating. I've got to try and figure out how to master this tackling. So better off doing it in the preseason, right, than, just keep doing that double tap triangle for the rest of my career. Plus, they have easy offloads as well. But we have pretty good field position here, 65 minutes in. And we have a nice little kick return. And sort of, maybe could have made a little bit more of it, I would say, but, nonetheless, it was probably our best one to date. And you see right there, we were sort of just lurking around. Now, we didn't do a hell of a lot in the game. We were a little bit quiet, a little bit nervous. Didn't want to overplay a hand in the game or anything. But you can see we had a few nice little touches there, and you see we're nearly stripping it. That's a pretty nice little tackle there. I think it might have been on Gardner or someone. And we are translating some of our kicks over from under 20s into first grade, but right here we're going to get caught out massively, as I think it's Tyron Roberts or someone just kicks a 40-20, and I don't know if you can put that down. I was involved in a tackle before because there was a line break, and then I was obviously coming across, and then there was a little bit of a line break that happened earlier, so I rushed in expecting to make a tackle, and all of a sudden they just stop and bang a 40-20, and but that second try we could have probably helped save, but I think it was Tarek Sims on a big guy. Tarek Sims is a massive guy, and up against us, I think we had pretty much no chance of stopping it. Just the fashion that we got absolutely smashed in wasn't great. But you can see there, a 26 rating for us. I think we were about 4th or 5th in terms of player ratings, and I've got to say it wasn't the best of starts. It was a little bit unsettling at times, just some of the tackles were missing, and just, how much we're getting hit. And my worst fears were sort of met in terms of, I thought my player probably wasn't physical enough for first grade, wasn't sort of ready, I'd say. On the ball was sort of Good, but I mean, even then, our best assets were us being faster than everyone else, and it's just we're not going to be faster than these guys. I mean, you come up against the Broncos team, we've got like Milford and Ben Hunt and, Darius Boyd who can all run us down with ease. So, I mean, even that sort of stuff isn't, exactly great. But we did start off this game really, really well here. I'm not sure who exactly that was, number 10, but we got an offload to him, obviously a prop. Now, I've got to say, some of the team selections, it is actually interesting looking at the team selection. Des Hasler obviously rotating the side a fair bit, and he will continue to do that this season, I would assume. So it is a little bit worrying in terms of, maybe we could get dropped at any time, but who knows. You see, we nearly put ourselves into a little bit of a hole there, but Damien Cook's played hooker. I think Leach has also played hooker. I mean, Josh Morris isn't even in the side at the moment. They got Curtis Rona, and I think Laffey's played. I think Chase Stanley's played. Like, massive rotations, and I expect Mboya to come in at 5'8". So that's what happens when you've got a few good decent players in the side. But I thought Josh Morris would sort of be someone who would be a lock-in for that side, but I think that might be Curtis Rono. Palms off one, and he goes straight around Darius Boyd, but they are going to run him down just before the line, and would have been nice for us. It wouldn't have been a direct try assist, but I mean, we sort of initiated the movement there, so that was a little disappointing. But we do call for the ball here, put in a little grubber, and it's not too bad. Initially I thought it had a little bit more oomph on it. It could have got a little bit more into the in goal, but I'll see the bounce, it sort of just popped up a little bit earlier than I would have thought. Now, an okay kick return here. We did start off all the way in the corner and got it back to the middle of the park, which is where you do want it. It is the ideal situation because you can attack from both sides. You can pick whatever's best there. But right here, I think it's Pritchard or someone, had they not overrun us a little bit, who knows what could have happened there. Obviously, the pass could have been better, but it wasn't meant to be. And right here, Darius Boyd doesn't quite get drawn in, and another chance there. I don't think we would have run the length of the field. Oh, sorry, length of the field. I don't think we would have made it into the, to make a try or anything, but maybe we could have got a pass off to someone who would have. So that was a little bit annoying to not get that, but just how it is, we call for it just a touch too early, so we missed out on that. But right here, another good bit of play here, and I think I'm not sure who it is. Is it Tony Williams or is it Frank Pritchard? I think it might be Pritchard, to be honest. But an opportunity there. We had the overlap, and obviously he didn't use his hands there. Just took the tackle, which I suppose could be a good or a bad thing. But right here, nice little kick chase, made a tackle. Now we're going to follow it up by a line break for the Broncos, but we come up with a second big tackle there. And as you can see that we have improved a lot on our one-on-one defending, but like I said, it's still not quite up there, but it is a lot better than what it has been. But right here, I'm pretty sure this is where we go on a bit of a tear here, or maybe it's not right here. No, it wasn't right there. Thought it must be a bit later. But we gave away a penalty. I think what I was doing there, just trying to get the line set. Obviously, I'm coming up with some pretty big tackles at the moment, but I mean, stamina is a big thing, and missing tackles and that sort of stuff. And after making a few tackles in a row, well, I mean, you don't want to be making a few tackles in a row because that's gonna, wreck your fitness, and you're gonna miss tackles at that stage. So a reset line, hoping the guys could have defended, and we must have because we made it to half time. But right there, it was just so dumb. I think we threw one pass and the next pass ended up hitting Kahu or whatever on the chest somehow. So a little bit of some, I suppose if that was FIFA, you say EA AIDS. I'm not sure if you want to call this True Blue or Big Ant AIDS, something like that. Big Ant AIDS maybe. Maybe that could become a thing. I don't know. Probably not. But yeah, like we've been playing pretty well in this second game. You see, I don't know if we call for that or if they just happen to pass to us, because the dummy half Cook did take a little bit of a scoop, not a scoop, but he sort of jumped out of dummy half by himself there. So chances are we were just there. If there was an offload, that's what I was looking for. I think this might be it here, what I was talking about. So we come up with one big tackle just there. Well, I'm not sure who it was, but they put in a kick, and it's not quite what I'm talking about. I can't wait for it to come up. I'm that excited for it. So we call for that, as we have been doing in under 20s, and obviously you can see the line's just, it's way more organised, I suppose is the word I'm looking for. I mean, in under 20s, you saw I've scored a fair few length of field tries there, and you can see here, I'm going cross field, I'm looking for that space, and it's just not there. Now right here, I don't know if I called for the ball earlier, but it has a habit of, like, when you start to turn around, that's when they decide, I might pass it to you. So we're right from the back foot, right from the get-go, and we did throw a bad pass, but I mean, I've been assured by Dads to not worry about that try because, well, James Hart has, I should say, not me. Obviously, I'm not James Hart. He's just, a fictional character. That's not me, obviously. So, yeah, Des Hasler did say to James that, don't worry about that. The referee got that wrong, as they usually do, because, referees don't seem to get many things right. And we made a big tackle there. We did end up conceding a try as well, and we're going to concede another try here. Milford, this is what I was talking about. Milford can just outrun us, plus he can outstep us as well. So a little bit worrying going into first grade, but I'd say there's a lot of positives to take out of this game. And I mean, it's the preseason. This is where you work out the kinks in the game, and you know, you sort of realise what you've got to go up against. But another big tackle from us there. I think that was on Josh Maguire maybe, but right in the ribs. That's where we want it. Maybe next time the ball will be forced out. Who knows? But a little inside pass there, and another one, and we find ourselves 1-on-1 yet again, and another tackle. So we're making a lot of tackles in this little section here. So fifth and last, I'll put a kick up. I think it was Milford, and we're going to chase it back, but we're not going to get to it. And Brett Morris gets it, and we decide to call for it, and we throw a cutout pass, big cutout pass, and I've got to say, cutout passes, they are good, but they're not good on it. Don't know how to explain it. They're still not as smooth as what I would have hoped for, but whatever. I mean, I thought it was a pretty nice option there. Maybe we should have used, I think in hindsight, we should have used the short, you know, the person who was right next to us would have been a little bit better, but I mean, I don't think he would have passed it to the winger anyways, because on this legendary difficulty, they seem to cut inside all the time, so that's not very good. And then Darius Boyd also, you know, out-jumped us there. That's something we haven't worked on at all, and it's something we should be working on, but I mean, like, it doesn't happen that often they put up the bomb there, but when they do, I'm kind of screwed. I've got to hope that, you know, Curtis Rona or someone gets under it, because there isn't really much of a chance of me getting it, you know, above Darius Boyd's and the Inglis's, and I mean, even some of the other players, we haven't got a chance. But another loss, but we did get the best player of our side. So Des was pretty happy with that game. He obviously said we just got to, you know, work on our defence a little bit. And yeah, James Hart should be ready for the season. Will be interesting to see if we do get picked for the first round. I'm thinking he will, based off the fact that, you know, we've been getting picked for the preseason, both the preseason games, not off the bench, nothing. We didn't get benched at all. So I think that's pretty good, and there's a bit of confidence instilled in young James Hart. Anyways, that's where the video is going to end. Hope you did enjoy the first episode back, and if you did, please leave a like, be very much appreciated. If you can subscribe to my channel, also very much appreciated. And make sure you share with your friends, and like me on Facebook, it's in the description below. Follow me on Twitter, at Mr. Luke on YT is my Twitter handle, and that's where I'm going to leave the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.